Hey there, coming to you on the trail. Mark and I are out here enjoying Parongi today, just running around the Nikau loop. It's been awesome. But we've had a bit of a dilemma because my watch says one distance and my Nike app on the phone says another distance, and I don't know which one to trust. Now I'm picking that we're going to go with the Nike app because it reckons we've been about 2 k's further than my watch, and so I'm thinking that that's the way to go. But I was just thinking about trust, you know, because this last week, a friend of mine who's has a few mental health issues and is dealing with assistance through mental health. And he's been finding it really tough lately. It's been a tough journey for him. And he was posting last week on Facebook, and him and I interact a little bit on personal message, but he was just posting in public, you know, how just his distrust in the system. And I know the system's not against him, and there are good, well-meaning people in there who just really want to care for him. But at the same time, he just, because of how he feels and the process he's through, he just feels like he can't trust anybody. It was interesting, this really well-meaning person responded to his post and just, you know, said to him they understood how he felt, and that, you know, really in life you can't really trust anybody. Ultimately everybody will at some stage let you down, but there's one you can trust, who's Jesus. And I thought they were really well-meaning, and I kind of get it. I kind of get that what they were saying, but I don't actually think they're right. I agree that there's one we can trust, who's Jesus, but I actually think that we need to be people who realise that there's a lot of people that we can trust. I mean, here's my mate Mark here. I'm out with him, and I trust him. I really do. And that doesn't mean that Mark couldn't break a promise or couldn't let me down, just as I might break a promise to one of you or let you down or Mark down. It's not my intent, but that's not generally who we are. And I think about what we've been learning the last week about who we are, rather than those little things that sometimes we do, or even big things that are a fall. But ultimately, we need to be people who can be trusted. And I also think of my friend, you know, yeah, he needs to be pointed to Jesus, but how does he actually connect that? He's going to connect that through somebody that he comes to trust. And so rather than going like, oh, you can't trust anybody, only one, I'd be going like, you know what, I can't guarantee everything for you, and I can't keep every promise, but I want to be a person that you can trust. I want to be somebody that can show you love. And through showing somebody that you can be trusted, maybe you can point them to the one they can trust. So anyway, just something to think about, you know, like I think that, and even Paul writes about that, doesn't he? Like love either believes all things, trusts all things. It's like, man, we are a people who I think need to be people who can be trusted, need to be people who are kind and compassionate and honest and faithful and keep our promises. Let's be trustworthy people, and in so doing, point people to Jesus. So anyway, that's it from me. We're out of here. We're heading home. See you later.